Welcome you guys to Swimming Fearless. All right, this is our blog where we do new advice, drills, tips, techniques every single week to hopefully get you guys where you want to be in the pool. And as just sort of a welcome to the website, I wanted to quickly go through the 5 steps that you can take to learn front crawl all on your own. Okay, so grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and let's dive into it right now. Okay, if you want to learn to swim, we need to really start to break things down. Up until now, you've tried to learn how to swim by just diving in, jumping in the pool, and figuring it out all on your own. And if you're like a lot of people, that really doesn't work. Why? It's because the human mind can't concentrate on 10 things at once. You can't do it. Your mind is best set up to slowly break down the pieces of an individual skill, like swimming, into bite-sized little chunks that you can digest and perfect one at a time. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Okay, first thing that you need to do, especially if you're a beginner, is get used to gliding. Hop in the pool and practice front gliding. Really simple, arms above your head, stretched out nice and tall, and push off the wall. Push off the wall and practice feeling comfortable. And if you notice your feet starting to sink, start to really focus in on that and fix that. Figure out what's going wrong there. Okay, so you figured out how to glide. What's the second step of our little system here? It's gonna be to learn how to kick. And don't use your knee. Okay, when I tell a lot of students of mine to kick, they generally get their knee involved in this. No, make the kick, as hard as it is to sort of understand right now, and you can read more about the articles we have on the site if you want to kind of dive into it a bit more, but don't kick with your knee, rather kick with your hip and make it about sort of this, getting the whole body engaged. If you've heard kick from the hip before, that's what it means. It means figuring out how to engage your glutes, the fronts of your thighs, leaving your leg relaxed so that it can flow like a fish. That's kind of the key that you want to really get into if you want to perfect your kick. Okay, so we got body position and we got kicking. Now what do we need to do next? Well, we need to build arm technique. And this means focusing on the arms without kicking, without gliding. Don't jump into it, don't rush things. Practice just holding on to the pool edge and practice doing arm circles. They'll seem like a waste of time for you, but don't do it. Again, dialing it back and talking a little bit about this, don't handle too many things at once. Even if it's boring for you, take your time. Practice the little things and have faith in me, like hundreds of my other students, that things are just going to work out. Practice the arm technique, practice the kicking, practice the body positioning, all at different times, then bring them together. Okay, when people are learning to swim, the next step of the puzzle is to learn how to breathe properly. And a big problem that a lot of people tell me, and a big thing that is really holding a lot of people back, is the fact that they find themselves out of breath after one lap. Now what's going on there? It's probably because they're holding their breath rather than learning proper breath control. Okay, and what do I mean by that? I mean that instead of, well, you're doing your swimming, right? While your face is in the water, instead of continuously exhaling, you're holding your breath. And then you kind of spit it all out before you turn to the side to breathe. And then you hold your breath again. It's exhausting. And it's the wrong way to do it. What you want to do is keep your breath controlled, okay? That's the piece that you need to build. And once you have that, combined with the body positioning, the breathing, the kicking, you'll be able to combine them all together and work on coordination. And that's what I'd like to talk about next, the last piece to our puzzle. And for that, I want to dive into a quick clip of me swimming and point out some of the things I'm doing that hopefully click for you and will help you in your own stroke. Okay, so let's check this out.
All right, you guys. Here is a quick clip of me swimming. And what I want to kind of point out to you are some of the things that are going really well for me, and you should try to apply some of these yourself when you're practicing front crawl on your own as well. If you look at my arm, my reach, I'm reaching really, really high above my head. I'm not entering the water a few centimeters, a few inches above my head. No, I'm really stretching out and really making my body as long as possible to get as long a pull as I possibly can. This is huge for your efficiency and how fast you go. The other thing I want to kind of point out is how tense I look. A comment I get very often from even just people that are in the pool with me is that I look very relaxed. And I'm not trying to toot my horn. I'm just saying that it shows. I don't make swimming a difficult thing. I don't get really stiff or tense or stressed at all when I'm in the water. And that does come with practice. That does come with being around the water more and more and more. But you should try to make sure that you're enjoying yourself in the pool. And it's not a huge grind. It's not you like trying really hard all the time. Enjoy the time in the water and make sure that you're relaxed and not stressed. Finally, a rather small point that I want to just emphasize that I see a lot of other people do is I look at the bottom of the pool. Many other people that you see nowadays look forward in the direction they're going. And the problem with looking forward in the direction you're swimming in is that it causes your feet to sink. When you look at my stroke, my feet don't sink. I float very nicely, very comfortably in the water. And kind of, this all even ties back to me staying relaxed. Doing all these things is important, and there's many, many more things that I could point out for you, but I want to keep this video nice and short.
Okay, I hope you guys really enjoyed that video, and I want you to get out there tonight, tomorrow, as soon as possible, and start applying those tips. Okay, and then more than that, I want you to get back on the blog, and I want you to tell me how they worked for you, what you are struggling with, and how we can help and grow as a team and as a community together, okay? So I highly encourage you to drop down below and hop onto our VIP newsletter where we put out new content weekly for free. And or join our Facebook page and YouTube page where, again, we're putting out as much content as possible. Pretty busy guy, so I do my best to get back to you guys as soon as possible. But without further ado, welcome to the team, and I hope you guys have a good night. Okay? Peace.